Hey, good morning. Jeffrey Paul with an inspiration for you. Has your feelings ever been hurt? It's a question that I think everybody could answer yes to. What do you think? When your feelings are hurt, when you're kind of vulnerable, and the person you're talking to kind of says something that just strikes the middle of your heart. You ever had that situation? Well, let me share something with you that is really important to kind of focus on differently. So I'm going to kind of hopefully give you a little lesson that may inspire you to change your way of looking at an offense, an insult, or even not even one that is on purpose. So many times we're running at such a fast pace. We're running at such a fast pace at times that we don't even know what we're saying. Realistically, we really don't always know what we're saying. But in reality, the most important part is that when you're offended, there's a wonderful saying out of James, the book of James. It says, "Be quick to listen, slow to speak, and even slower to anger." Now, think about this. A couple weeks ago, I gave you a teaching about when you're offended, stop and take a look at the one who's offending you and ask your inner spirit inside you, what are they dealing with? But here's what happens. My wife and I were on a walk this morning, and she had been a little bit of offense taken by something somebody said. And I listened to her because I want to listen to her. That's my wife and my wonderful best friend and soulmate and lover. But the reality is that I was listening closely, not to hear just what she was saying, but to truly hear her heart. And you know what I realized? As I started to ask her a number of questions, she had realized and shared with me she didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so she was vulnerable. Have you ever been there? We're all vulnerable when we don't get rest. And she'd been working, taking care of me through my surgery recovery. She takes care of the family Italian dinner every Sunday night, which was last night. And she takes care of her grandchildren, and she's got a big week in front of her. So she was already feeling exhausted. So I shared with her that person that said something to you or emailed you something or text you something. You got to step back for just a moment out of yourself and say, what is that person dealing with? Because you've heard the sayings, hurting people hurt people. Tired people respond differently than people that are rested and sharp. So I shared this with her, and it was a blessing because she was able to see that moment that, she was more vulnerable, where if it had been said or commented earlier when she wasn't tired, it wouldn't have been so much of an offense. It might not have been an offense at all. She might have laughed it off. But the truth of it is that she really, really let it go in. And once it goes in, it's like a fiery arrow, it says, just burning and continually festering. You ever have a burn that really kind of keeps going, keeps burning? So here's your lesson for today and your inspiration. Today, use those 3 points of reference out of James. Be quick to listen, but not to the voice of the person speaking, but be slow enough to listen within yourself to discern what they may be going through. Why were they saying that or not saying something? Then be very, very slow to speak. Speak with wisdom and not with a quick answer. We're all so fast to text back an answer, an LOL or whatever it might be. But the truth of it is that you need to really slow down so that the words you say are less words, but much more effective, much more powerful, much more relevant. Then be even slower to anger. Don't allow your feelings to get in the way. You're a spiritual being. You are above feelings. You're above physical nature. In my workouts with the therapy on my shoulder, I have to change from the physical areas of pain and antagonization of the ligaments and the muscles, and change when I'm doing my exercises to a place that allows me to not sense, even though I know the pain might be there, not sense that pain, but truly to begin to really, really be apart from it. I want you to become a part from your life today. Please think about this. Come apart from the day-to-day feelings and emotions, thoughts and actions, and really begin to truly be the spiritual being looking from above, being able to see circumstances and situations that are how they really are and not how they look. I'm Jeffrey Paul. And Ben, thank you for your comments so much. I appreciate it. You are a blessing as well. And all of you that are watching and viewing this now and later, please share this. Share this with others so that we can truly get the message out, and the whole world will hopefully begin to slow down and not take anger so quickly as we see in the news every single day recently, and not be quick to speak and spark out words that don't really realize how they hurt, and even slower to really then to take action, but really quick to listen to that voice within you. Share this. And again, my blog is always open for you to join. It's free. It's a place that you can go on and punch the inspiration button, see videos and interviews and all kinds of interesting commentaries from all over the world, literally, of people that I've interviewed, people that I've talked with, authors. I just want you to be inspired. That's my goal, to teach, inspire, motivate, and empower you to be the best you can be, to change the world from within you. But share this. Give me your comments. Like Joan has just sent it. Thank you, Joan. Appreciate that word of encouragement, because it encourages me. I get more encouraged by giving inspiration because of your response. And so I really love when you do that and share it with others. And then others, I get to meet new people all the time. So please share this and hit the response or follow button so that you get a little notice, because throughout the day I feel like I'm going to start to add another inspiration through the day, because you know what? 24 hours is a pretty long day, and sometimes we need that little perk, like that cup of coffee at Starbucks in the afternoon. Well, I may be sharing you in the afternoon, so hit the follow button. And again, I want you to know that my inspiration comes from you, that you change the world from within, that remembering always the statement that I make, that beauty, your beauty, and the beauty that you bring to the world, and change, the change that happens inside you, and the change you bring outside your world, begins within you. I'm Jeffrey Paul. Enjoy a beautiful day, and let's go make a difference today, huh?